What's up guys, Peter here from Reviews on Anything, and to show you that we really review anything on this channel, today we are looking at a vacuum cleaner. Not just any vacuum cleaner, of course. This is the Philips Minivac, which is a handheld vacuum cleaner for home and car with 12 volts. It does feature something called the bagless cyclonic airflow system and a two-stage filter system for optimal filtration, and you can use it in and around the house and also in your car. I've got the unit right here. It's a nice and elegant black design, I think, but we'll get to that in a minute. The reason that I got this is that I live with a 3-year-old toddler and his little brother is actually on the way at the time of filming this. So you can imagine there's quite a few small spillages, sand, things around the house that you just want to vacuum up. But to get the big vacuum cleaner out is not always convenient and desirable. Plus, when you get it out, you might as well vacuum the whole house, which is not always something you want to do. This little buddy takes care of all those small little things that you just want to vacuum up quickly. Crumbs, sand, dust, you name it, anything that falls out of a toddler. So that's actually the reason why I got it. Now we're going to take a close look obviously at the unit itself, what the accessories actually are, and I'm going to give you a verdict on how it performs, which is actually quite nice because field testing it is not very difficult for me since I just use it in and around the house every day, since obviously my kid is here every day as well. So let's dive right into it and see what this baby is all about. Alright, so here we are up close with the Philips Minivac handheld vacuum cleaner. Right away you'll see that it is in its charging cradle. This is something that you can mount on the wall and have it anywhere convenient. It also comes with a car charger that will plug into your cigarette lighter. So if you go on holiday, for example, or if you use this on a boat or a caravan or something, then this is the way to go. You don't have to take the wall mount with you. Now, to get the accessories out of the way right away, you get a whole different set of nozzles and setup pieces. As you can see, for small spaces, even smaller spaces, a small brush, a big brush, and you even get this sort of hose extension piece for those hard to reach spots, because obviously this doesn't fit anywhere, but this might. So that is actually quite nice that you get all these things included. In reality though, you're most likely to use it just with the nozzle or maybe with this small brush, or at least that's how I use it most. So let's have a look around this handheld vacuum cleaner. Obviously the first thing that stands out is the design, and in particular the business end where you hold it. Philips is very proud in its marketing material about the looped handle, which is very ergonomic according to them, and that's actually true because you can hold it like this or like this or like this in pretty much any orientation, and it is still quite convenient to hold. You got the exits for the air right here, power button on top, just on and off, no different modes or strengths or whatever, with an indicator light here for charging, and here is the release button that releases the reservoir. This is a bagless handheld vacuum cleaner, so there's no changing bags involved. It's just a matter of popping it open. Then this comes off. You see the filter in here that you can just pull out like so, and you have a pretty standard looking air filter, and inside is obviously where you gather all the dirt and you just throw this away in the garbage, and that is all there is to it. You could even clean this, I suppose, at some point when it gets too dirty, either with a wet towel or actually wash it. That should not be an issue at all. This clicks back in, and then it is a matter of clicking it back on the unit. Then there's another button here in the front that actually allows you to detach the entire front nozzle, which will do. Obviously you can clean it here as well if you want. It's actually quite smart because you can see that this is closed, but as the vacuum cleaner starts sucking, this will open up and allow the dirt to go in, and once the suction stops, this goes back shut and the dirt won't fall out, because obviously the reservoir is just a straight hole through right there. I wouldn't say this is the most durable solution in the world, because it's just a flap of rubber. Don't really see that it's going to be something that's easy to replace, but you know, it is what it is, and it's pretty functional so far, so good. The reservoir itself will make quite a bit of noise, as I'll demonstrate in a bit when the dirt swivels around in here. And the first problem right away with this vacuum cleaner is the material used for the reservoir. You can see here, hopefully on camera, that there's a big amount of scratches already after only a few days of use, which is certainly not very nice. And you can imagine that this is not something you're going to be super careful with. You're vacuum cleaning with it in the end. So this is going to scrape on the floor and on other materials, and it scratches really bad. And this is going to look really bad over time. So that is, a mistake in my view from Philips to use a way too soft plastic for this. Now this handheld vacuum cleaner sits on Amazon here in Germany for about 80 euros, which is certainly not cheap. There's plenty of 10, 15, 20 euro vacuum cleaners out there. But in my experience, they are garbage. What you really want from a vacuum cleaner like this is power. Obviously as much power in a small package as possible, because this is something you use when you don't want to get your full vacuum cleaner out. So you don't need full vacuum cleaner power. You're not going to do the whole house with this. It's just not convenient for that. But this is to clean up little spills. If somebody walks in with sandy shoes, for example, if something spills on the table, breadcrumbs, you name it. So you want a vacuum cleaner that can easily handle that. Also when the reservoir is filling up, that it still has enough suction power to do so, and you don't end up emptying the reservoir every 3.5 seconds. So with a 12-volt battery, this is definitely one of the most powerful handheld vacuum cleaners that I could find for the money. Sure, you can go for a 600 euro Dyson handheld vacuum cleaner, but that is pretty much a compact full vacuum cleaner that you can do the whole house with. So it's not really comparable to this. Definitely not worth it, I think, to go for the bargain basement option. Sure, you can go, a few euros cheaper than this one. You don't need to have the most powerful one you can find, sure, but don't go for the low end of the scale, because then you just end up not being able to suck any dirt up at all. Speaking of dirt, obviously you're going to want a demonstration of the suction that this thing has. So I got some rice over here. Pour it on the table and I'll show you how it works. Nothing much to it, actually. You just turn it on, that's it. So there you go. It's reasonably loud, but not so loud as your house vacuum cleaner. And still, it packs quite a punch for such a small motor inside. So that it produces a bit of noise is sort of acceptable, I'd say. And as you can see, it takes pretty quick care of a bit of rice on the floor. And that is actually, the intended purpose of this vacuum cleaner. Like I said, certainly not to clean your whole house, but for little accidents and little things, vacuum the couch, vacuum the car, stuff like that. And because if it's portable format, it's obviously ideal for holidays, camping trips and so on. If you have the room to pack it, then this is definitely something easy to take with you to keep things clean. Speaking of packing it, you also get a carry bag that you'll probably never use unless you actually do take it on holiday, but still it's nice that it is included. And that's actually something else to mention, at this price point you get quite a bit of accessories included as well, which is nice and allows you just a little bit more flexibility in how you use this. All in all, I really like it. Living with a 3-year-old toddler, like I said in the beginning, my day consists of cleaning up little accidents, and this is the perfect tool to do so. As long as it's not wet, this is definitely something easy to have around the house to clean up those little things, and just to keep the house a bit more tidy in general. I also use it for my car, especially with the extension pieces. It is nice to get your car seats and in between the seats clean as well, and it's easily powerful enough for that. So it's a pretty good all-rounder, and I think in a pretty stylish form factor. Not cheap, certainly not, and there are flaws like the materials used here on the reservoir. But overall I think it comes in a stylish package and it packs a good punch for what I want it to do for me. So for me, yeah, definitely a thumbs up, good product. Well done Philips in creating a simple but effective tool. I really like that they didn't mess around with any modes or anything, because that's not what this, it wouldn't benefit from this at all to have different vacuum modes or whatever. It just does the job, and it does one job, and that's it. And I think it does it really well, which is in general products that I like. This is Peter from Reviews on Anything with a look at the Philips Minivac handheld vacuum cleaner. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel, that helps us out a lot. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers!